If you would tonight, turn to what in some ways we might consider to be a very discouraging portion of Scripture. On the other hand, it's a warning to us, an encouragement that God's grace is greater than our sin. It's 2 Kings chapter 17, verses 1 through 23. I debated whether or not to take this in 2 or 3 weeks, but thought, we're just going to look at this in one night. And as you are turning there, I began to think of different things regarding God's judgment. And I thought of a poem. Now, this poem, I don't even know if it's read in schools anymore, but many of you are familiar with it. In very poetic words, Wadsworth Longfellow wrote Paul Revere's Ride. And it has a very poetic structure. It's interesting to read. He may have stretched history just a little bit in his writing of those things. But if I were to summarize what Paul Revere was supposed to tell the people, it's the redcoats are coming, the redcoats are coming. You see, in scriptures, signals and secrecy were not necessary for Israel. By this point in time, decade after decade, century after century, God sent prophets to warn the people that the Lord's judgment was coming unless they, as a nation and as individuals, would turn to the Lord. But it did not work. The people of Israel continued in their ways, and we come to this chapter 17 describing the last king of the northern kingdom of Israel and the fall and reasons for that fall, and why the northern kingdom of Israel ceased to exist as a nation in the earth. Follow along as I read 1 through 23, chapter 17. In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, Hosea the son of Elah began to reign in Samaria over Israel.